Oh, hi there, darlings, and welcome back to Pass or Smash New Makeup Edition. So, here on Pass or Smash, we talk about new makeup releases, primarily indie brand launches, and we decide if we want to pass, as in buy bitch, or smash, add to cart. Now, if you're new here, sorry about my voice in advance. And if you're returning, oh, hey, y'all, what's up? Listen, I'm on 3 medications. I'm still sick, including an inhaler because my lungs have decided to betray me. So I have bronchitis. It's not that serious. I have bronchitis, but they've decided to betray me. So if my voice is not as clear as it normally is, I'm sorry. This is the best we got, all right? So some of these new releases are from last week that I ended up skipping. So sorry in advance, but I wanted to go through them because I put the effort in already. And you may have missed them in, the makeup news. There's already so many new makeup releases. I'm just going to kind of glaze over ones that are, from last week, and then we'll move on to this week's, okay? So, the first thing I want to talk about, let me grab my handy dandy notebook, because I'm that bitch. Yes, I am. So, Sydney Grace, as part of their annual sale, they were very busy. They were very busy little people. Listen, whoever's in charge of product development over there, they have been very busy, okay? So they released the Love's Journey palettes. Now, I say palettes as in plural because there was a light version and a dark version. So Sydney Grace has a tendency to do a light version and a dark version of most of their palettes, which is really nice because for preferences. So if you like having one or another, you have that option. So they actually released 3 palettes in their sale. So there is the Love's Journey palettes, both light and dark version. There is the Heaven on Earth palette, both light and dark version. And there's the Raspberry Bliss, which is not a light or dark version. It is a 9-pan berry toned shade. All of these have launched by now, and I'll put everything in the description box. All of these are a pass for me. I think the Heaven on Earth one is probably the closest because of those blues and those green tones, but there's something about Sydney Grace's eyeshadows that maybe it's just on camera, but something about the colors, they all look muted to me. Like they look very muted. They look very dull. The shimmers don't look particularly sparkly. And maybe that's just me. Maybe it's just not translating to my screens appropriately. But there's just nothing about these that I just don't get it. So anyway, that's there for me. This is a pass. So, okay, friends, listen. I have thoughts. I still have thoughts, okay? It's only been a week, okay? ColourPop X Naruto. Okay, ColourPop collabed with Naruto. And if you are a Naruto fan, like I am, okay? This collection, there's so much to hate. And it's not because I don't feel good, okay? It's because I'm genuinely angry at the execution of this, okay? How many times are we going to recycle this color story? How many? Is it every time we're going to do an anime? Because listen, okay? I have thoughts. Okay, firstly, where is the matte orange shade? Yes, there is an orange in there. Whoop-de-fucking-do, okay? But where's the matte orange for Naruto's, like, for his jumpsuit? I don't know, the outfit he wears in every single episode, give or take. Throughout the course of Shippuden, throughout the course of, like, even, what's it called? Like, I'm sorry, my brain is farting. I am Shonen Jump, like all of it, okay? So, where's the matte orange? You're going to put this recycled terracotta kind of color in here? Like, it's brighter than a terracotta, I'll admit, but no, it is not bright. It is not okay. And then, you have Sakura pink, but that's what you go with, okay? Choices were made, okay? Then you do teal. Okay, firstly, for Sasuke, you're going to do teal? Come on. Firstly, it is very clearly like a deep blue color, but it's not teal. And then why is it half neutral? Why? What the fuck is it half neutral? There are so many things I could have done differently that would have made this better. And I'm not okay with it. Now, let's talk about the eyeliners. Why are all of the eyeliners metallic finishes? Why? You could have done so much. And yet you choose 3 metallic shades? Don't get me wrong, the metallic shades of the liners are pretty. And then who the fuck asked for a body glitter? Genuinely asking, who the fuck asked for a body glitter? Who? When I tell you the rage, that's how you know, like, you're too far into something, as like a niche, when you're like genuinely angry when you see something stupid as this collection. And then, okay, a Luxe lip oil. Okay, whatever. Listen, I don't like ColourPop's lip products. I've yet to find one to love. I don't. But it's just kind of a neutral color. Makes sense given that the rest of the collection, is pretty colorful. And then, why? No, scratch that, reverse. The only redeeming quality to this whole collection are the Super Shock shadows. But why are they marbled? Like, why? And then I feel like there's a missed opportunity here too, right? You couldn't have a Sakura pink blush. I feel like that would be really, it'd be a really pretty on-trend color for the cheek for Sakura, but you didn't do that. I have feelings, clearly. Pass, okay? This collection is a travesty. Pass. I'm not okay with it. The only redeeming quality about this whole thing are the Super Shock shadows. I just feel like this was a missed opportunity. And like you could have done like an orangey highlighter for Naruto. Like it's just a shame. It's a shame. I hope somebody else does it, and I hope they do it better. Shame on you, ColourPop. Pass. Sorry. Clearly, I have feelings. Okay, we had just spent like rant. I just went on a rant. I'm sorry, but if we're gonna continue on a rant, okay, Pat McGrath has released at this point another pink Mothership palette. Are you still buying these? Genuinely curious. If you're a Pat McGrath fan, are you still buying these? Or do you feel duped at this point? Because I am not a Pat McGrath stan. And I don't understand. Pass. I'm not even going to go into it in detail because I think it's a waste of air. So pass. Okay. Elf. I don't know if this is released yet. If it has, I apologize. Like I said, I haven't been feeling best, so I didn't go back to see if they announced a launch date yet. But Elf Cosmetics has a berry hot drop. It's an eye and face palette, which is here. It's a strawberry sugar lip mask, a strawberry makeup sponge, and it's sold as a set. So these are not going to be sold as individual items as far as I could find. They're just sold as a set. But here's the deal. Like, if this whole set was like $20, I want the strawberry sponge. Is that practical? It is not practical at all. But I still think it's cute as hell. I'm going to say pass because I'm going to save my coins. But that strawberry sponge is very, very cute. So I'm going to smash that strawberry sponge if they release it on its own. But as a set, I don't know. But listen, if the whole thing was $20, I would be tempted. So we're going to say pass though, okay? All right, so Sephora has 3 new favorites sets. So there is a Give Me Some Shine. It's like a lip sampler with reds and berries. That one is $35. There is a Glowy Dreamy. These are face products for a dewy finish, including like if you like the Tower 28, that kind of a dewy skin, that's not for me. That one is $49. And then there's a Luxe Vibes, which includes like Tom Ford, a YSL red lip, a PMG like Pat McGrath mascara, which is mediocre. I don't love it. And La Mer moisturizer for $49. Here, like here's the deal. That Luxe Vibes, those are all samples. The other 2 sets include some full-size items, but that Luxe Vibes for $49, it's all samples. Those are all things that you would get like free from the brands. Those are things that you would like redeem for like Sephora points for. I would not pay $49 for that. Anyway, none of these speak to me, but they look like they're a good way to try products. But I wanted to throw them in here because they're new and I saw them. So yeah, but pass. Okay, so Clarity Cosmetics has launched mini versions of their Croc, Summer Amazing, and Cobra palettes. Those should be available on their site unless they sold out. The pricing varies, but like the mini Croc is $45. So just for some perspective, it's not significantly cheaper, even though the products are smaller. So keep that in mind. All right. Okay. So Doodles by the Bunny and Gourmand Girls have collabed once more. So in case you missed it, Doodles by the Bunny is now the official like marketing, I guess, lead for Gourmand Girls Cosmetics. Now, Doodles by the Bunny does hypothetical palettes. They do collabs where, you know, color stories, and they do collabs and they do stylized packaging. So they have a new palette with Gourmand Girls. It's called the Nightshade palette, and it is available now. It is $54.99. It is code eligible. So if you look at these fun shades, okay? At first I was like kind of, but honestly, it's very pretty. I think what is putting me off about the color story is that one green shade. The one green shade, I don't like the tone. It's either the base is off or I don't know. I think when it comes to those kind of green shades, I just don't like that base. It's almost like a white base green. I don't know. I just don't like it. But I would have preferred something darker, but I understand why it's there. Now it's got like that, you know, yellows and, well, I should say yellow. It's a mustard yellow and a purple and the greens. And then there's these multi-chromes and these duochromes. So I want this palette. Smash. Smash. I want it. I still have not tried Gourmand Girls. I would like to. Smash. It is code eligible. You can use a code on it, just FYI. I will put one in the description box for you if that's something that you want. I don't have one. I just try to put everything in the description box for you guys, okay? But yeah, smash. Am I the asshole? Okay. This is probably going to be an unpopular opinion, okay? But I feel like the packaging is childish. So it's like all the best, you know, plants, all the coolest plants grow in the shade, okay, is like the theme. It's basically like plants that grow in the shade, aka like I took this as like poisonous plants, you know, like night blooming plants, like shade blooming. You're looking for like dark leaves, and I don't know, it just looks childish. I was like almost expecting something a little more elegant, and I don't like the packaging at all. I don't. I feel like it's cartoonish. And if you're going for cartoonish, then that's fine. But there's nothing about this that doesn't scream cartoon to me. That said, smash. I want to try the brand, and I want these colors. So, can you have too many purple eyeshadows? I can't. So, anyway, I got an email on this, and I'm not sure about the next one, okay? I'm not sure if it's a restock or if it's a new product. Honestly, I couldn't tell, I couldn't tell. So I'm going to talk about it. So Ensley Rain is released the Pastel Dreams palette. So it is $29. There are 16 shades, 8 mattes, and 8 corresponding shimmers. And it is available now. I like it. Let me say that. I like it. I'm confused why it's so cheap. and a lot of the other palettes are so much more expensive. I should say, I'm really not confused, I guess, because they usually include multi-chromes. And these shades look like they're just straight shimmers. So shimmers and then 8 mattes. So I guess I shouldn't be confused, but I don't know. We're going to say pass. I don't need these shades in my life. I mean, I've got a lot of other pastels right now. So we're going to say pass. But I wanted to mention it because it's a lower priced palette from the brand. So if you're somebody who doesn't necessarily reach for, I don't know, $20 a piece multi-chromes, well, maybe this would be a better option for you to try the brand. Are you going to be trying what makes the brand special? No, but it's just, an option. So I wanted to mention it, okay? And the last thing on my list, okay, because I didn't write that much down, and I'll have a new episode next week, fret not. Hopefully by then I will have a voice back, because this is the best my voice has sounded all week. It has been bare minimum, friends, okay? So, Glaminatrix Cosmetics has announced their Sugar and Spice palette. Blink here. It's got that faux leather packaging. And I watched the launch video, or like the announcement video that they did for this. And they talked to the emblems on the front. Generally have like this metallic emblem, but it does raise it. So it does make it hard if you stack your palettes to store them. So they removed it from this palette, which I'm sure cut down on the cost a little bit too. Now this palette has 8 mattes. It has 3 multi-chromes, 3 duochromes, and 1 sparkly shimmer. And in my experience, where Glaminatrix, where they shine is in their sparkles. They do beautiful shimmer shades. They're generally vibrant. They are multi-chrome or special shades. They really are beautiful. Now, these pans are slightly smaller than their previous palettes. So they did say that these were, I think they said they were like 22.35, which is kind of a strange measurement, but 22.35 millimeter pans. So they are smaller. So if you're somebody who likes to mix and match in your Glaminatrix palettes, you're not going to be able to do that with these, as far as my understanding is. And I think they said they did that to keep the palette compact, so that it wasn't such a large impact. The palette is $57 US dollars, or like 85 Australian dollars. Talk about like conversion. All of the shades are magnetic, and the shade is printed on the back. So if you want to remove the pans from the palette and put it in like a Z palette, you can do that. So I have thoughts, okay? When I first saw this palette, I was like, oh, great, new Glaminatrix. And I'm really interested in the shimmery shades. Like, I look at this palette and I'm like, wow, those shimmers. And there are only, the color story, it just feels a little disjointed to me. So there's like that pop of like purple, but then there's like that pop of like turquoisey blue. And I'm genuinely confused because the mattes that are in here, they appear to me more cool toned. But maybe it's just me, but the mattes that are supposed to be like the neutral shades, like that lighter white color, the medium brown, the little bit darker brown, those shades to me that almost look like they have a gray undertone. My skin is very warm. These lights, I don't know how bright this video is going to look, honestly. It's very hard for me to tell right now, okay? It is nighttime, it's late. But the shades, to me, my skin's very warm. So when I look at those gray tones, like, I don't know, like they almost look like they have a gray undertone, which makes me like kind of on the fence about it. Do I want this palette as a whole? I'm not particularly drawn to it, but I would buy it on sale. So we're going to say pass, but on sale. Like if this was on a good deal, like Black Friday maybe, I think I would buy this only for the shimmers. Because honestly, Glaminatrix, I have not been impressed with their mattes so far. They're very sheer, they take a long time to build up, and then they can be kind of patchy in my opinion. Now, the exception to that in my experience has been the Nearly Natural palette. That palette, for whatever reason, the mattes in that palette perform beautifully on me. They perform beautifully. But the Nocturnal palette, it's just kind of eh. My singles are okay, but I don't know. It just seems like there's some inconsistencies. So for me, it's a pass. I want to see them succeed so much, but it's a pass. So, all right, guys, that's going to be it for today. I love your beautiful faces. I know it's kind of like a quick fire almost, except for the last few, but it's kind of what it is this week. So I love you if you made it this far. Will you please leave me whatever emoji you fucking feel like, okay? Like, listen, it is what it is. I'm just, over here living my best sick person life. And I hope life is treating you well and you're healthy. And I will catch you on the next one. Thank you for watching. And if you like my vibe, if you want to chill again, please like and subscribe so you don't miss any. And yeah, I'm going to go cough my lungs out now. Bye.